Welcome, everybody, to another great episode of Real Life Matters. And of course, I am your host, DBoss. And I just hope that everybody has been doing their 15 minutes of laughing per day, because it releases a lot of endorphins in your body. It also heals your body. It also keeps your abs toned. I'm not saying that you stop going to the gym, but it does that. It also just makes you feel better all around. And if you're stressed and you want to keep looking youthful, you should be laughing. And how you start your day is how you're going to, the whole day will receive you that way. Well, if you do it, you may not do it in the day, but you could come home and do it. If you have a very serious job, it's good for you to do 15 minutes minimum. Don't say you don't have anybody to laugh with, because you can always call somebody. You can always put on something funny on the streaming. They got so much things now that you could watch and you could stream. And remember, laughing is for all ages. It's not just for one single group or age group. It could be for everybody. So there's so many health benefits to laughing. And also, that is something that everybody should do every day and incorporate in their daily routine. And also, I'm going to be telling you about the benefits of coconut water and also watermelon. So you can incorporate all those three elements into your routine, your daily routine. And I do want to thank those that have been participating and doing the laughing. They said it's been helping them. It's great. They feel better. They feel a lot better than they used to, just sitting at home and just being stern all the time. No. So we're going to hear something from one of the sponsors, Vital Steps to Vital Health and Fitness. And we'll be right back with our special guest.
Welcome to your Vital Steps to Better Health and Fitness. I'm Joanne James. Today we're going to talk about working out when you have a cold. I get that question quite frequently. Is it a good idea to work out when I have the cold? Well, if you have sniffles, maybe a runny nose, maybe not so bad. You don't want to work out intensely. However, if you have chills and a fever, stay home, take care of your body. Now, when you're exercising, if you have a cold, make sure that you don't work out too intensely. Stay from a basic to moderate intensity workout. And again, if you do have a flu or if you have the chills, don't work out at home. And if you're going to work out, try not to go into a gym or a club to do this. All you're going to do is pass your germs around. So remember, if you have a cold, take your time, let your body heal, then go back to working out at your full intensity when you're ready. I'm Joanne James. This has been your Vital Steps to Better Health and Fitness. We'll see you later.
Well, thank you, Joanne James, for that tip, because a lot of people always ask that question, if I'm sick, should I be working out and all that? And of course, she gave you the answers there. All right, we got here today a president of the UNIA, which is the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Committee League. Yes, I know it's a lot. But it's also the National Historic. They're going to be having a National Historic event in Montreal, Quebec. But, we're going to find out everything that's going on. And for people who are not familiar with what this organization does, they're going to find out today. So let's get right into it. We have Mervyn Weekes.
Thank you. Thank you, DBoss.
Thank you. Well, I tell you, it was a little bit, when I always get worried when they got these acronyms like UNIA or TCCC or something. Because,
worry. I believe that almost everybody would be familiar with it, especially if you are from Jamaica, you would know about the Right Honorable Marcus Garvey. But I must touch on the drink part. You missed a good part of the coconut water. There's something in the Caribbean that goes into the coconut water that make it really delicious.
And what's that?
Sure you can mention it.
You can mention it.
The Vincentian strong rum. It just
my God.
And it makes it so nice. After you have a drink, you want to have more and more and more. It beats out the drink.
Okay, so I guess here at Real Life Matters, we like to know everybody's cultural background. So I take it you're from St. Vincent.
Yes, I'm from St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
And which part?
I am from Sign Hill, Kingston. There's a little
Okay.
village called Roseau. So I grew up in Roseau, and I spent most of my younger days playing cricket, soccer, dominoes, having a great time. And I schooled there. I also schooled in Barbados. And
Wow. You
and the
see?
later part of my education came at McGill University, where I got a BSW and an MSW. So
Wow.
I sort of cut the educational part a little short because I know you want to talk about the UNIA. So yes.
No, well, it's okay. We got to flow with it because we're gonna, it's not all formal and stuff like that. So you came from St. Vincent and the Grenadines in when? In the 60s, the 70s?
In the 60s.
You came to Montreal.
I came. Yes, I finished off my high school here, and then I went off. We've got in Montreal different stages of schools. We have the college aspect that you that's not in Toronto. So from the college.
Well, I grew up in Montreal, so.
So you know about. We force you to go to college.
Yeah, the Lachine. I grew up in Lachine. So
yes, that's not too far from where I live now in NDG.
Yeah.
It's about a 10-minute ride.
Oh, you're in NDG. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I grew up in Lachine, and I went to Lachine High, and I went to Dawson College. That's when it was separated.
Yes, wonderful. So yes, and then after that, I end off my education at McGill University.
Okay. What did you take? What did you take in there? What did you do?
Social work. I'm a social worker by trade. I spent my life working with young people, with the provincial government.
Okay.
I work with teenage boys and girls from 12 to 18. Sometimes we went off to a little older, 19, 20. So that's how I spent my time. So I am a retired social worker.
Oh, okay. All right. So this organization, how did you come about and get involved in this?
Well, I've always been involved in the community. I spent my entire life in the community, and hearing about UNIA, I just wanted to be part of it because I've always been someone who was quite interested in Marcus Garvey. In fact, I did not mention, and I should have let you know that I also spent some time in Jamaica. So I'm a true Caribbean man. I'm a true Caribbean.
So you went all over.
I went all over. Barbados, Jamaica, Trinidad, you name it, and I've touched down because I played a lot of cricket.
And he had his coconut, people, and the St. Vincent rum he had to bring.
The St. Vincent rum with the coconut is amazing. It's amazing.
Wow. And I heard it's very strong too.
It is very, very strong. In fact, at this point in time, you're not allowed to bring the rum out of St. Vincent. It's that strong. No, you cannot bring it out. You could drink as much as you want.
But you can't bring it.
You can't bring it. And you can't even hide it to bring it out.
Because
they check your suitcase, and they have all these special apparatus to make certain that they know it's not going on in that plane. It's really proof. It's high proof rum. Very tasty. Wow. Very tasty.
So I tell you, we got to get we got to go down there to drink it because now they're not letting it out. So
they're not letting it out, and it's a beautiful, beautiful island. Beautiful St. Vincent and the Grenadines, gem of the Antilles. It's just simply beautiful.
All right, so this organization, how long has this organization been around?
Oh my goodness, forever. Forever. But before I start telling a little bit about it, what I would like, with your permission, is maybe to start out with the preamble of the organization, which I'd like to read to the audience because I think it set the pace. It set the mood for where we're at. The Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League is a social, friendly, humanitarian, charitable, educational institution, constructive and expansive society, and is founded by persons desiring to the utmost to work for the general upliftment of the Negro peoples of the world. The members pledge themselves to do all in their power to converse the right of their noble race and to respect the rights of all mankind, believing always in the brotherhood of man and the fatherhood of God. The motto of the organization is one God, one aim, one destiny. Therefore, let justice be done to all mankind, realizing that if the strong oppresses the weak, confusion and discontent will ever mark the path of man. But with love, faith, and charity towards all, the reign of peace and plenty will be heralded into the world, and the generations of man shall be called blessed. What do you think?
Wow.
This is the right. I believe that was really the right way to start.
Yes, and that's the motto or the vision statement for the.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. It's called the preamble.
Preamble.
That's where we. That's how we work from that.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And then so you want to know a little history of the organization?
Yes.
All right. Over a century ago, the Universal Negro Improvement Association was founded by the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey as a means to unite people of African descent. In his quest to achieve his goal, Mr. Garvey traveled throughout the world, including in these travels were stops in Australia, Haiti, Panama, and the United States. Mr. Garvey also spent considerable time in Canada developing the UNIA's divisions and fostering support for the Pan-African, that's important, the Pan-African movement. In June 1919, the Canadian division of the UNIA opened in Montreal, followed closely by the opening of the Toronto division in December of that same year. By 1922, there were 32 divisions of the UNIA in Canada, from Nova Scotia to British Columbia. A need was definitely there. The division, the Montreal Division's 334 membership mainly consisted of West Indian community. Their goal was to provide a positive place to express pride and racial heritage, history, and culture. Should I continue?
No, because we're not reading a thing here. All right. So you guys have a lot of different satellites or offices and organizations set up all across the province of Canada. Yes. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. And it stemmed from where? From in Jamaica, right? Correct?
Yes. And then he spread his wings throughout the world. And we're talking, like I mentioned, from the 1900s.
Okay. So when people go to this organization and stuff, so what do you guys do there when you all meet up and stuff?
Oh, there's a tremendous amount of things that happening.
Because I hope you ain't reading this. Because
no, this is the motto is important to read so that we get it right. Because
yes,
might
that's
be
correct.
In the audience who might know of the motto and said, he missed something.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, in the organization, we have fun things that happening. We recently had a barbecue, and we had quite a good turnout. Lots of good food, West Indian food, no strong rum, but good food. We also, I'm sure you're quite aware of this. And August the 1st was Emancipation Day, and we had an emancipation program, which consists of some top speakers. One of our speakers, if you don't mind, I mention him because you might have heard of him, was Dr. Thomas, Dr. Nigel Thomas.
All right.
So apart from that, we also have cultural fests. We meet with the city of Montreal. We have the raising of the red, black, and green. You might notice my button here. The raising of the flag. So we have drumming lessons. We believe in drumming, and we have drumming for all ages. It's a small fee to pay because we have to, maintain our organization. So yes, we do
Right.
have we spend a lot of time with the drumming. We have dancing. We have an organization called Montreal School of Performing Arts, and they
Okay.
come in. They're part of the organization, and they spend a lot of time um, organizing plays,
Okay.
theatrical performance for the community. So people pay a small fee and come in, and the organization bring us back to our heritage, back to Africa, where we and discuss and show some amazing programs take place.
So
So we
where is this where's the organization in Montreal? Where is that located?
2741 Notre
Oh, not
Dame,
the
corner of Atwater,
Okay.
2740. But I must let you know that okay, you go ahead. You wanted to ask a question.
No, I just said okay.
Oh, and the building, we have two halls, and the halls are ours. They belong to
Okay.
the organization, which is
Okay.
very important to let the audience know that we do have a bit of real estate that we are proud of. It came
Okay.
about a very long time. It was a very hard work getting there, but we're there. We got it, and in these halls is where the programs happen. So we offer again for a small fee, Christmas parties, birthday parties, any wedding receptions. We loan it out if somebody passed away and the person haven't got
Mm.
money for a repast. We let them come in and have a good time and celebration of life. So
Mhm.
yes, we believe that we are out there for the community. We spread our wings. We are there and let the community know that what we do and how we do what we do. And at this point in time, my motto is moving the organization forward and
Okay.
trying my endeavor best to make certain that we can have quite a large participation membership. I'm hoping by the end of the year our membership can rise to 100. It's
Okay.
very
So do
important.
people have to pay to come in for the membership, or what? How does that work?
There's a membership of $50, and there's
Okay.
$10 a month. Once you
Okay.
pay that $50, that's it. You remember, and every month it's $10 to keep us going,
Okay.
because we at this point in time we don't get any government grant. We don't apply for any government grant. We try our best to make certain that what we do it belongs to us, and we are free to say whatever we want. When you get government grants, as you know, you have to be careful with how you mention anything.
Right. So do you go? Do you travel to the other, like Toronto? Do you come up here if they have something, or in Nova Scotia if they have something? Do you go to the other ones, or basically everybody runs their own
we
side?
they run their own, but we are closely tied. I speak a lot with Toronto.
Okay.
Toronto is our neighbor. It's not far away. Astai is the president of the branch in Toronto. In fact, he trying his best and wanted to come up for the emancipation, but things it didn't happen that way, so he couldn't make it up. However, I know that there's a flag raising ceremony on the 17th, which is
Okay.
Saturday, and that is the birthday of the Right Honorable Marcus Garvey.
Wow. Well, there was so many things going on for the Emancipation month during the first week of August there, and there must have been about 40 to 60 different things going on, and it was very hard for people to divide their time to go. Like, they had their own sound. They had up there. They had all these different, and the big one was Owen Sound, because a lot of people went up there that's the furthest north, and stuff for the celebration, and all this. Well, they used to call it a picnic, but now it's not. It's not a picnic now. It's a 3-day thing.
Well,
So
I hear you. And yes, in Montreal, we have it's serious emancipation. In fact,
yes,
ours were the UNIA was on the 1st. There was one on the 4th, and it was a Sunday. And the reason the president said to me, the reason for it being on a Sunday right after church, so they can get people to come to hear about emancipation and to bring bring the children and grandchildren. And there's also one on the 24th, and it's called Salute to Marcus Garvey. So we spend the month of August spreading the word of emancipation.
Well, a lot of people, a lot of Americans are getting educated that, and Canada was a big part of the slave trade and all the people running over across the underground railroads that are coming here all across Canada. And now they're realizing, because they like to always say, oh, you guys aren't a part of that. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
And it's important for people to remember the history. Angelique was burnt right here in the streets of Montreal. Mm-hmm. Something that we don't really want to talk about. It's not the best thing to happen, but they blamed her for a fire that she didn't commit, and they never had any proof. And for that, they took her to the streets and made an example of her. Sad that it happened. So yes, Montreal.
And Western Canada had the black cowboys. A lot of people were on the stamps here. Their first people. There's a lot of things that went on, and as Canadians, sometimes we felt they're born here. We weren't told that. We weren't told that in Canada. They skipped out that part of history, which was which should have been mentioned.
I remember one year I was asked to speak at Black History Month, and at the school, and the students was appalled to know that there were slaves in Canada. They couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, and these were high school kids not knowing history, which is important. They just did not know what's happening.
And we didn't, and a lot of people didn't know nothing because they didn't say nothing. A lot of us had a lot of land rights also, but some of them who didn't want to cause any friction, they just gave their land rights up.
That's right.
So we owned a lot of lands too. And and some people coming from a lot of us coming from the Caribbean descent and stuff. Like your family didn't tell you that we have indigenous, we have Indian in us, we have different things going through. So now, like, you're telling us this now.
The last minute.
So that was, that's something, but I'm glad that your organization is continuing to grow and do things, and it's already growing. It's not grow, but you want it to continue to grow and get more members to participate, to help you guys out, to keep this legacy going that you guys have started.
As the president, that's the motto. Moving forward, I've been stressing that we need membership. You have to come out. You have to join. We need the strength.
Right.
We need to move forward, and in order to do that, we need to see that we have the numbers. The numbers are very important.
And book the stuff. Stop looking for other venues and book the venues over there at you guys. That's
2741. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's where
you guys book it there.
Yeah, I'm stressing that everywhere that I'm asked to speak. I stress 2741. We have 2 halls. The halls belong to UNIA. Come by. I'm asking the young people to do the hip hop, to do the open mic. I'm opening it up to the younger people, so they feel wanted and they're ready.
Yes.
And they're open to the open mic and the hip hop, and we just have a good time. The elderly people, they can find their own little program, and
the mature people, say it that way.
Young at heart.
Yeah, mature.
The mature people, young at heart.
Right. All right. So for this organization, the people that supported you over all the years, do you want to give any shout outs to anyone that's helped you guys continuing on the legacy?
Yes. There's so many people who've been involved. If I start naming and I left anyone out, I'm going to be in trouble. But yes, there's I know that our last president, Randolph Peer, he was president for a very, very long time, and he set the pace for us to be where we're at today. He when we lost our building, he was right up front with the city, really and truly working hard to make certain that we lost our building because they opened the metro, and the metro was causing problems with the building. It was shaking as they travel. So we
You don't want to have that happen. Everybody's shaking, wondering what's going on.
We can have shakers, but not the metro.
Not like that.
No, not like that. So we've got our treasurer is Miss Williams, our secretary, who is a very devoted person. She writes for the contact, is Yvonne Sam. She's very involved in the community. My brother, he's on CJLO. He runs a program every Tuesday and Saturday. Very popular program. We have Joe Zamal, who is the president of MSOPA, Montreal School of Performing Arts, and she's doing an amazing job. She's the management. She runs the buildings. She's the operational manager of the building. It's important to mention her. The Miss Williams is the treasurer, and she's doing a good job holding on our books, even though there's not much money there. But she's there with us. We have lots of good people who are involved with us and helping us. We have Ed Pottermal. He is our French translator because, in Quebec, most of the times your information comes in French. So Ed Pottermal, he's our French translator. My son Montgomery Weekes, he runs the he runs the website for us. We do have a website, so he's involved with the website. So we are getting there. We are moving on. We have, I believe, I've been president now for a little over 2 years, and we have moved on quite a bit. We have opened the doors. We've been talking to people. We're inviting people in, and the programs have been well received. The city is finally getting involved. In fact, at this point in time, we are writing with our lawyer, Ralph Francois. We are writing to the government asking to make Emancipation Day a holiday. That is right out there right now. I can't hear you. We've lost you.
No, you don't have it over there in Montreal.
What?
The first weekend, the Quebec, the first weekend of August, a holiday.
No, it's not a holiday, but at this present time, documentation is being sent to the government asking them to look at it, to consider it, and we believe strongly that we should have a holiday August the 1st. In Toronto it is, and in Toronto it is seen as something different. There is emancipation, but
civic holiday, that's what it is.
Yes, it is.
So, all right. So if people want to get involved with your organization and or connect with you guys, where can they find you on social medias?
Well, we're not there yet. Within another week, we will be. We have, like I mentioned, my son is putting it together, and he's making progress. I believe within the next few days, we will be up on social media. We will have our website. We will have, and people can find us right there. It's getting there.
Okay, so it'll be UNIA.com or?
Yes, it will be. It will start out for sure with UNIA.
Okay. That way they can find you, by the time it gets up and stuff like that. So.
Yes, yes.
All right. Well, Mervyn, it's been a pleasure doing this with you and hearing everything about your organization. People go out there, it's the membership is $50 and then it's $10 a month to keep it maintenance that goes to help them so they can sustain themselves. It's something, and people don't forget to, go book them out. Don't forget, just don't go to your other regular places. Remember the UNIA, they're there for you. So you guys can book up. They got halls, they got properties, they got buildings with Mervyn. So you could do your events, and not just mature people. It's for everybody can book events there, and they're very open to it. So,
and
you guys
is reasonable. We're always quite reasonable. We sit, we listen. We're always ready to negotiate to make sure that we meet the community needs. That's the key.
Right.
We talk to the community. We want them to know we're there. We're following Marcus Garvey preaching. Come on in. Let us help you. Talk to us. Help us out in any which way you can.
All right.
And I must mention that our August the 1st emancipation was well supported. It was very well supported. We had close to 70 people attending that function.
Wow, that's really good, because everybody was probably, a lot of people were probably up in Ontario for the for the carnival.
The carnival. But
they had so many things going on with not just everything. It was just like it was. I know because I've interviewed a lot of them, and I was just like, wow. Sometimes you say to yourself, how many people can get to how different things, but I'm glad that your event turned out was well attended. So,
well, I'm hoping one of these days people will really and truly understand that emancipation is more important than the jump up. Jump up is important, but our ancestors work hard to bring us here to this point that we're at. Our ancestors, we have to understand it and realize that they suffered, they struggled, they lost their lives so that we can be free from enslavement. Freedom is very, very important.
Well, thank you, Mervyn. I'm telling you, you got to come back when you get everything more updated. And if you're having any other an event that you want anybody to come to, that you can come on here and just let everybody know about it so they can get the tickets and see. And because you never know where everybody is, and maybe they know somebody that's connected to you. Okay.
Yes. Before you leave, I just want to let you know that our motto for the emancipation was only ourselves can free our own minds. Only ourselves can free our own minds.
That's a great motto.
Yes.
Only ourselves can free our own minds. You hear that, people? So on that note, we thank Merv for sharing the journey, and the journey continues on. And, I'm encouraging people, if you're in the Montreal area, to join the membership, just get out there, because there are people for you. And, and Merv be greeting you at the door.
Happy to do that.
All right. So I do want to thank all the viewers tonight for watching and tuning in here with Mervyn Weekes, the UNIA president. So good night and bye for now.
And thank you, DBoss. Thank you for having us. Appreciate it.
All right.